Hi, my name is Bryce Burchak, and I'm here to present an interesting and exciting opportunity for you. Um, this opportunity has three main features. And before we get into it, I just want to preface that this product that we're going to go over, the Fridgelist, is going to provide healthier meals for you. It's going to put money back in your pocket, and it's going to give you additional free time. Now, although that sounds too good to be true, just hear me out. But those are features that are all attributed to the fridge list and its benefits. So first, I think I should outline a situation that I think we've all been through, we're all familiar with, and we can all understand the frustrations associated with it. So you get off work, you've got 20 things to do, you're in a rush, and you need to go to the grocery store. You need to replenish some of your items. So you go to the grocery store, you rush through, you think you've got everything. You're going to make a big dinner this weekend or that night for somebody else or even for yourself, just a healthy meal. You get home, you start unpacking, and you're realizing that maybe you bought an extra item that you already had. You bought some baking soda that you already had in the pantry, or you forgot to buy those cucumbers that you needed for the meal. So now you have to find additional time to go back to the grocery store and get those items. You've wasted money by purchasing duplicate items that you already have, and you may not be able to make that special meal at this time. So that is where the fridge list steps in. So this is not the fridge list. This is a Nook. This is an e-reader. But I'd like for you to imagine a tablet of similar shape, of similar design, with similar features. It's going to be touchscreen. This is the fridge list. Now the only thing that's different is imagine a scanner that's attached to the bottom of this tablet. And it's not detachable, it's built in. So what you do is you come home, you're unpacking those groceries, and while you're unpacking those groceries, you just take your receipt from the grocery store and you slide it through the scanner attached to the bottom of the fridge list. The fridge list has technology in it that's going to read the receipt. It's going to upload all of your items that you bought at the grocery store into its database. It's going to have little touchscreen icons for each of your groceries. Now, within this, it's going to have nutritional information tied to each of those items. So it'll tell you the calories that are in your Oreos. So if you're just sitting on the couch, you can browse through your list and figure out what the nutritional value is for each of those items that you purchased. It's also going to be able to make a meal for you. So if you bought 20 items, it's going to plug those in and it's going to have recipes pre-stored in its database. If you'd like, let's say you want American cuisine, you click the American cuisine button, and it's going to build a recipe based off the items that you have in stock that fits the American cuisine. You can also do this to customize healthy meals based on the nutritional value of all of your meals. Now, initially, you'll have to deduct these items as you use them. But over time, the special thing about Fridgelist is that it understands your purchasing habits and it's going to start automating grocery lists for you. So it's going to export these grocery lists that are based off your purchasing habits to your smartphone. It also has expiration dates built in. So if you buy a gallon of milk on the 1st of November, it's got an automated alert that will tell you on the 12th of November that that milk's going to spoil. So you either need to go to the store and get something new or you need to toss that one out. So who's going to buy it? I mean, that's the big thing. It's a great idea, but you have to have a market for who's going to purchase it. So our market is Americans aged 25 with moderate to high income levels who live active lifestyles. Now that's a fairly broad market, but it's because this can appeal to a very broad amount of people. So let's take some statistics into account. Based on the last U.S. Census, there's 125 million Americans aged 25 to 55. There was also a 53% increase in the amount of consumer electronic tablets purchased in the last year. Now, you would think that if there was a 50% jump in the amount of people that purchased these tablets, there must have been some correlation with the amount of money that each of these households have. That's not the case. There's only an increase of about $47 in average median income for each household in the past year. So basically, what's that saying is people have the relative same amount of money in their home, but they're more and more likely to purchase tablets that can help them through their day-to-day activities. So let's go through some of the competitors that are currently out there. Right now, everything that's out there that's similar to what the Fridgelist would offer is application-based products. So these are applications that people download on their smartphones or tablets. Two of the largest were Out of Milk and Our Groceries. Now they do offer similar features in that you can select which items you've purchased and you can deduct the items that you've eaten or consumed. But they don't have any of the same features outside of that. They don't learn your purchasing habits, they don't upload your own grocery lists, they don't have nutritional value, they don't build your meals for you, and they don't have alerts for expiration dates. So yes, the base product is there, but there's a wide gap in the features offered by these applications and what the Fridgelist will offer. Now, price is something also to consider. Out of Milk can be purchased for 99 cents on your phone, and so can Our Groceries. So in order for our value proposition to be appealing to consumers, we need to be offering something that's going to be our price point, or make our price point valid with the features that we have. Another thing to note is some of the possible future competitors that could enter the market. So currently we all know Amazon, Apple, Samsung, these are all the big boys of the industry who have tablets or smartphones out there on the market. Right now, none of these companies have anything that would directly compete with the Fridgelist, but it is worth noting that in the future, should the Fridgelist take off like we expect it to, there could be some market entry from these companies, whether that's in the form of a similar tablet that's being developed or an application that is built by these companies to directly compete with the Fridgelist based off their existing technologies. So let's go through some of our forecasts for sales. We wanted to start fairly modestly. So in year one, we had our first month of sales at about 50 units. And we ended up with the end of the year selling about 3,300 units in December of year one. So our gross profit after sales and you deducting cost of goods sold comes out to 272,000, and we're in the hole by about 170,000 in year one. Now, I could show you that we're going to make $100 million in our first year, but that's just not realistic. So 168 in the hole, although that's not good, it is realistic based off the research that we've completed. And as you can see, by year four, that number has turned around drastically. 12 million in the green is estimated profit at the end of 2019. So for management, right now I am the acting CEO of Fridgelist. I plan to continue as the acting CEO of Fridgelist, but I'm going to need some help to make this happen. So initially I'd like to start off with an executive team of 4, including myself. Positions would be held as in marketing, sales, and production. Perhaps the best candidate that we have for production at this time is George Burchak. George has about 30 years of extensive experience in supply chain management, manufacturing, and production. So minimizing our cost of goods sold will be key, and George can play a great role with his experience in leveraging his connections and understanding of supply chain management to keep our expenses low initially, so we're reducing our risk. We're also going to need some employees, some non-salaried employees, some hourly. These will be our customer service representatives. Fridgelist wants to have a large focus on our customer service via our website and our 800 number so that consumers can call in with any issues that they're having or return defective products. Really anything, we want our customer service reps to be there. Also administrative, some distribution employees. In year one, we estimate to have about 20 employees that we'll need on an hourly basis to help sustain the day-to-day operations of the company. So finally, let's go over the deal. So as the CEO, I plan to invest $10,000 of my own. I have some other private investors who plan to invest around $190,000. That puts us at $200,000 initial investment. The offer is your investment for $141,000 is year one, and that will give you 45% control in the company from there on. A fairly small investment considering that you could be earning 45% on $12 million in less than 5 years. So we have a lot of promise with Fridgelist. There's a huge market. over 90% of our consumers said that the Fridgelist identified and met a unsatisfied need at this point. So very promising, very excited for the future, and I hope to do business with you.